In today's episode, we'll discuss why the price of XRP hasn't dropped yet, and you'll see why it can't be compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. Solana, there is no going back once we start growing into the billions and trillions because XRP is supported by highly regulated financial institutions and high-level organizations. Why the price of XRP will skyrocket. We'll discuss some hard data today with some very credible people, and it will leave you feeling this is going to be the foundation of the new financial system. Therefore, I'm going to be patient with it, I promise. Greetings from another episode. The peak of Bitcoin was 70,000. Called it in the show from yesterday. Congratulations to every one of you who accepted a trade of any kind. We made the call. Whack. Dumping, so let's see how the next 4 to 18 hours unfold. In my view, everything is looking extremely bullish, so we ought to be able to. In my opinion, I am on this 4-hour chart right here. It's quite optimistic. My take profit target is 70,000, and based on this 4-hour candle, I believe we will witness a tremendously fat 4 candles that just happened to pop. It could be denied once more up here. 694, so perhaps take some profits if you guys decide to go for a lengthy trade. It performed precisely as we predicted it would if it had a 4-hour candle earlier than 70,000. That simply exploded to 70,000, and we did profit as I had promised. It also basically drove out everyone who had invested $70,000, believing it would begin to decline and see a massive crash. Up to 66, that brings us to numbers 66 and 70. That's a huge, huge crash, but these crashes will only become bigger. As an aside, all of my original viewers are aware that I rarely post anything on my channel unless I'm completely certain of what I'm saying. Why did I create that video both now and yesterday? She was not just a fun member of Ripple. Now let's discuss some sobering truths. That it is impossible to disagree with Zoe Cruz. I think this is fascinating. We're going to look at her resume and current employment. Then we'll discuss what she claimed about having previously worked at Ripple when she joined the company back and she was the co-president of Morgan Stanley for 26 years, ending almost 2 years ago. So pay close attention to what she says because she is well versed in what is about to happen. She even founded her own business, a financial group, and she knows exactly what it takes to bridge the gap to digital assets. Wow, that's incredible. They even have to guess who Stephen Thomas is as an advisor. He's the one who came up with the Interledger protocol, which will be closely followed by Ripple's. They will be working together. After all, that's basically the bread and butter, so what are the chances? However, pay attention. I'm only going to invest in Bitcoin in response to what she says here. As it's the current victor, or what they refer to as the digital gold. Essentially, she was arguing that you were only going to invest in one early in the 2000s when she referred to Bitcoin as the Netscape. In terms of social media, Facebook didn't exist in the grand scheme of things, and I don't even need to explain that to you. Netscape held a 75% market share and was the preferred browser. To me, it's the equivalent of something I don't know. There will be winners and losers, but I wouldn't want to have Bitcoin and end up being the net shape of your investment opportunity, just as Google is currently leading and Netscape doesn't exist. Although Ripple is being referred to as the global financial transaction system, I wouldn't want Bitcoin to become the Netscape of your investing prospects. Wow, that really says a lot. But let's go on to the UK government stating that a distributed ledger necessitates higher confidence in the validators or operators of the XRP ledger, a distributed ledger technology that goes beyond blockchain. For instance, the worldwide financial transaction system is called the ledger. They refer to Ripple as a worldwide financial transaction system. I found this one through smoking. Pay attention to what they mentioned. This SLK is a for-profit private software corporation. Regarding Ripple, and this is a huge business. I mean, 297 pages of job postings is how many this company has. And the website features hundreds, if not thousands, of job advertisements. This is a significant organization to consider. What they stated regarding the several blockchains they're referring to, utilizing Ripple for scalability authorization when building a worldwide financial system, use Ripple as the global transaction system. As I've been saying, this XRP, the financial infrastructure and branch spank, will be supported primarily by Ripple, and they have verbally informed us to our faces that they are introducing a new one. There's no turning back to hear what Morgan Stanley's former president warned you. About XRP, she mentions Zoe Cruz here. For this reason, the multi-trillion-dollar space, the sum of $200, is quite substantial, by the way. Yes, but you also have to consider the other 2 billion people under BR and the 2 billion unbanked, or, to put it another way, the 1.7 billion people who do not even have a bank account, regardless of how small. For this reason, they chose a space that stated that, in addition to having people outside of the financial system, XRP is being used as the bridge currency because it was created for that very purpose. It is a multi-trillion-dollar problem that, if solved, would bring about significant financial gain for Ripple, but it also makes a difference, which is, quite frankly, the reason I am thrilled to be working with that company. Their goal is to alter the world, so that's what they're going to accomplish. They're fortunate to have a balance sheet, though, since having train tracks that revolutionize cross-border payments is quite costly. For a goal that is so admirable, yet I would say they are very astute in how they are approaching these options, but their primary goal, on which the funds are being spent, is actually building those railroad tracks that are crucial, and nobody can, to be honest, pretend they own Bitcoin because they are a store of value, just like Bitcoin is, but they are, the obvious winner. As of right now, they are the clear winners in that cross-birth. I would be near a hospital or be near one right now, since you might want to visit one after because you might have a heart attack. Right now, in those cross-border closing remarks, clear winner, while your loved ones should be close to your phone. Because the episode airs tomorrow. Okay, we're at a loss for proof beyond this point, but she essentially says, change the world. This will be reinvented, and it will alter the world. Do you notice where they are? Take a look at the distinctions between XRP and Ripple. To be honest, this is another reason why I am thrilled to be working with that company. They have the potential to alter the world. I've said this many, many times, but Rosie Rio's joint Ripple is still here, and the co-president of Morgan Stanley is coming out and saying she's been there for 26 years. This gets reinvented, you're changing the world. Gentlemen and ladies, I do appreciate it. Not a single individual is distracted by the price of XRP, and if other guys are pumping currencies, don't get sidetracked either, just stay focused on what's important at all times. Is coming, and the reason why XRP's price has been going laterally for the last 10 years is, as I've previously told you guys, it's excellent that XRP's price movement is doing the actions that it has. From an institutional standpoint, it has been excellent for the last 10 years. Having said that, we'll return with we also began work on an outro video, which posited that cryptocurrency liquidity might one day be able to facilitate substantial international payments. Ripple was created so that users may recognize the advantages of our fiat-based switch to ODL could be made by the network. Flip the switch once the market has developed enough, and this is precisely what is taking place. I believe you are part of what we're building. I consider all of the tokens and know that it's fixing a genuine problem. Anyone would be able to appreciate their usefulness. There will be value in the token if actual utility and value are provided to real customers.